Have you been thinking about making the move to Surprise, Arizona and want to learn more? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be touring 3 different homes in a new home community out here in the North Surprise area. So we're right on the north side of the 303 in Happy Valley. So we are kind of on the cusp also of North Peoria and North Surprise here, depending on what neighborhood you are exactly in. These homes are going to be the best priced homes that you can get in this area. So we're talking in the 400,000s price point. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely keep on watching. I'm going to talk about the area. I'm going to talk about the homes. I'm going to talk about what you can expect when living here, but let's get started. Have you been thinking about making the move to Surprise, Arizona, and you want to see more houses that fit within your preferred budget of under $500,000? Well, today we're going to be looking at homes that are much less than $500,000. They're going to be actually starting right around $420,000, which is absolutely insane. This home right behind me that we're going to be touring here in just a second is one of the ones for $420,000. So let me flip this camera over and we will get the tour started. Okay, we are right in the front of the home now. This is going to be a model home, and I want you guys to see the exterior of the neighborhood as well. Wide streets, tons of parks. The HOA is only $90 a month here, so not too bad. Headed inside, we're gonna check this home out. Like I said, we're right around $420,000, which is a really amazing price point. Hard to find, but you guys will be able to see kind of what you get for that price point. They only do spec homes here. So what you see is literally what you get. You have tall doorways, as you can see here. You have the more modern baseboards and casing for the actual door itself. They have the black handles in this one. They have 3 different packages that you can get on their spec homes. I'll show you guys, actually I think maybe they have 6 different packages. I might have been lying. So I'll show you guys that here in just a second. Decent sized bedrooms, not super big. Here's your bathroom. So all the packages that are, I believe this is a C package, will have this color cabinets. They'll have these handles. They'll all look identical to each other. Headed on the right now, we have our second bedroom. Again, smaller bedrooms, but you could easily fit a queen bed in here, 1 nightstand, and do, I wouldn't say you can really do a dresser, maybe 1 tall dresser and then 1 nightstand for the kids' rooms. Headed back down into the hallway. On the left-hand side, we have some storage, a little nook right here. They put like where you can put shoes and stuff. You can put little hooks for kids' backpacks and whatnot. Here's closet. Here's your laundry room. I really like the color of the cabinets. What do you guys think? And then some of them will come with washer, dryer, fridge, blinds, which are typically negotiable items. And then this is the sales office, so I'm not going to go in there, but that would be your standard 2-car garage. I can double check on exactly what would come standard with this home. Here we have our little dining nook. On the right-hand side, we have our kitchen. Again, all of this comes within that price of $420,000. So the color of the cabinets might be slightly different. The backsplash might be slightly different, but everything for the most part is gonna look the same. I really like that they did tall ceilings, tall doors in here. And then we'll check on the fridge, washer, dryer, blinds, if that comes standard or not. You have a nice thick quartz countertop here. And I like that they did the handles. This is kind of cool, wireless charging. I wonder if that, I'm assuming that comes standard. That's a pretty cool feature, never seen that before. Backsplash is really pretty. Gas community, which is nice. And if this comes standard, which it seems like that's the case, I'll double check here in just a second, then that would be pretty cool. Here's our pantry. Decent sized pantry, not a walk-in, but gets the job done. Here's a close-up on the floor. Every package has a little bit of a different flooring. And then you have your living space. Smaller living room, but again, for $420,000, You really can't beat that price. That's kind of crazy. And then let's head into the primary bedroom. Great size primary, not too big, not too small. Plenty of space for, you know, your nightstands and dresser. And then primary bathroom, double sinks. I like that they did the black accents everywhere. That's looks exactly like my house, but I have a little bit more of a tan colored cabinet. Pretty walk-in shower, toilet, little empty space here. So if you want to do like laundry baskets or makeup vanity. And then you have your closet. Let's check out the backyard so you guys can kind of see what the average lot size is gonna look like as well. That's pretty important. In the backyard, it looks like they upgraded everything back here, so keep it in mind that it's just gonna be dirt or possibly rock. I'll pop that up on the screen so you guys have that information, but this is a great size lot. Not too small, not too big, plenty of space for a pool still. Definitely great size. And they did the artificial turf. Artificial turf for this size, I have a really good turf guy. I would say it's probably gonna be around like $3,000, $4,000. But if you guys ever need recommendations, I have tons of those if you decide that we are a good fit. And then let's head back out here. They have what this package is called so you guys can see exactly. And then I'll tell you also the size of this. So this specific one is 1,448 square feet. I would have guessed that this is honestly bigger. 3 bed, 2 bath, 2 car garage. Like I said, starts at $420. They have one that's a little bit more expensive. So again, it just depends on the package that you get and what they have available, because these are spec homes only. You cannot build and choose your own package. So here, for example, I'm assuming this is the choice of C design scheme. I'll pop up the different schemes that some of the specs will come with so you guys can see what that looks like. But let's head to the next house. Okay, headed to the next one. I just verified with the sales rep that everything that you see in here for the most part is going to come standard with their specs. So all the additional lighting that we saw, the only thing in the backyard was that one had an extended patio. So it had one extra part of the patio, and then in the backyard, it's just gonna be dirt and concrete. So headed into this next one, you guys can guess the prices here on this one, because I know I didn't make you do that on the other one. And I'll tell you guys all the details as we walk in here. So this will have a different scheme on it. And this one is going to be 4 bed, 2.5 bath, 2 car garage at 1,800 square feet. So same setup, you walk in on the left-hand side, you have your first bedroom, good sized bedroom. So all this lighting comes with it. So all that extra recessed lighting, where standardly you would probably have to, like if it was a Richmond or a Taylor Morrison or something along those lines, you would have to pay for every single one of those. And then I don't think it comes with the fan. It'll probably come like this, like how the ceiling has a pre-wire. And then here's your bathroom. This one's nice because it has the double sink versus the other one only had a single sink. And this is the scheme B. Out of the 6 options, I would have already put that up for you guys to see all the different options that they have. Here's your 2 car garage. Here's a little bit of extra storage here. Okay, and then you have this little nook that the other one had the nook, but it didn't have the extra cabinet, so that's cool. Headed back down into the hall, on the right-hand side. Now we have our 3rd bedroom down here. Good sized bedroom, perfect for guests, or one kid could be in the, you know, other side. This kid could be on this side. You got your laundry room right next to this, and then you have a half bath for guests, which is super good. I love that. Headed back into the living space. Very, very similar setup. So you have that dining room off to the side. Living room, this one has a bigger living room, which I really, really like. Kitchen looks great, 42-inch upper cabinets, really pretty crown molding. You have the big sink, here's the style for the countertops on B scheme. Here's the flooring. So it's kind of like that warmish gray color. Really pretty sink. I think I have this like exact sink for the most part. Gas again, you have your microwave up top. Very nice. Love the backsplash. That looks like exactly like the backsplash I'm putting in. Here is your pantry. So you have a walk-in pantry on this one versus the previous one, you did not have that. Okay. And then I love how they did like the more modern like angles and stuff, like the squared corners. Usually that costs more. Here is your living space now. You can definitely tell a difference between this one and the previous one. They had like half of this amount of living space. So I really like that they did the bigger living space. You can put the full sectional. Granted, the other one had a sectional too. It's just a little bit, I don't know, of a different angle. If you guys know what I mean, put it down below. Also, you have this that comes with it. So you could do dimmed lights, which I really like that comes standard. So I know, did I turn them off? Okay, there we go. We'll check out the backyard last. Let's hang into the primary here. The doors are a little bit shorter in this one. So that's something to note. Not sure if that's relevant to scheme B or not. Here's your primary bedroom. Extra recessed lighting in here. This one also has the little nook space. So they're pretty much like copies of each other for the most part in regards to floor plans. This one just has an extra bedroom and a little bit bigger of a living space. Also, it had that double sink for the kids' bathroom, which I really like. And you can see that it has more of that like brushed nickel color versus the black that a lot of people love, but still has a walk-in shower. There's your toilet. Here is your closet. And then is motion censored. So like, I don't know, I just waved my hand over this little sensor thing and then the lights turned on. I didn't even have to press anything. So that's kind of cool. Let's head out into the backyard and I'll show you guys what I was talking about that extended patio, whether or not it had it. So see how this one just has the one little square covering? This would also just be concrete. This one was modeled with the extended, but they do not do that on the actual specs that they have. So you can see how this is a little bit longer. So it would just be like the one portion right in front, but still great size lots. Easily can put a pool or a spool in here if you wanted. This home is a little bit bigger. So you'll see that their home ends a little bit further back. So this one does have a smaller backyard, but still, again, great size. I am team not big backyard because I don't want to have to deal with it, but I know not everyone is the same. I don't have kids. I have a dog, so that's the only reason I would even need a backyard in the first place at this moment, because other than that, I don't really spend much time out here, or time out in the backyard. But we're gonna check out one more home, but I wanna show you guys the price now. So it's your time to guess, your last chance to guess here. We are talking about, again, 1,800 square feet, one level, 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. And we have specs pricing at $430. We have one at $440. And then we have one more at $460. So they all have different packages, again, just depending on what you're looking for. And they're all placed in different locations, so the lot can vary as well. Not necessarily the size. They're all pretty standard. We have some lots that are 5,500, and then we have some lots that are 7,500. So what, 2,000 square feet difference on some of them. So I would assume the ones with the bigger lots are going to be the ones that are a little bit pricier. And again, depending on which package you exactly put. But we have one more house to look at, so you guys can see exactly what that one looks like. And it's actually a middle ground of both of these. And then, so that one will be 1,600 square feet with 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage. But let's go check it out. Okay, we're actually gonna head over to the actual home, not necessarily the model. I know you guys asked me to start doing homes that are not, you know, where you have to add all the bells and whistles and do all the million things that, say, like a Taylor Morrison home would have to have, or homes that do the builds, or they deck out their specs like super, super crazy. So this will be an amazing example for you guys on what to expect. The pricing for this one is gonna be $432, and that's exactly how you see it right now. That is one of the things I do like about spec homes, is you don't have to necessarily envision what it's going to look like. You don't have to put the design together. They already have the beautiful designs that you guys have seen. I know I mentioned that they have 6. They're actually not doing the bottom 3 anymore, so I will include just the ones that they're actually doing, which is A, B, and C, and you guys will see kind of the different packages that they have. I did also ask about the different door frames that they had in these models. So for example, the first model had, I believe, 8-foot doors, and the second model only had 6-foot doors, or whatever it was, 7-foot doors or something like that. So the ones that are bigger are nicer typically. I mean, they're both nice, and depending on what price point you want to stay at, you know, those things vary, but it's nice to see the difference. And then also he did say they put the bigger doors in most of their specs. So regardless, if you're interested in any of these homes, what we would do is you guys would reach out to me. We would do our Zoom meeting. The Zoom meeting is to go over the buying process here in Arizona. We're also going to talk about the different options that you have. So whether it's this home, or we might have 20 other options that would be good for you guys. We want to make sure we go over all of your options and look at those homes. If it ends up being this one, for example, or you know, we've narrowed it down to our top 3. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the homes, and I'm going to walk you guys through step by step on what to expect, whether it be, you know, you see that the model has X, Y, and Z. We're actually going to go and look at the spec home itself. If you're interested in doing a Zoom call with me or working with me in general, my number and email are popping up. But let's go ahead and head over there to the 1,600 square foot home so you guys can see kind of what that middle ground would look like. Okay, so right behind me is the house that we're actually going to look at, but I wanted to show you guys one thing really quick, which is going to be, there's also lots like this where you have the open backyard where people can look into your backyard. Let me know what you guys think about that. Some people love it. Some people like the idea of, you know, not being blocked in, I guess, by a bunch of fences. If you're coming from out of state, which most likely you are, if you're from this channel, you might be living somewhere where they don't have fences at all, which is just insane. So it'll definitely be something that'll depend on where you're coming from. But here's the exterior of this home. This one is literally available, and it also has 6% in seller concessions as of right now. So that would be a good chunk of money to use towards buying down your rate and or, you know, covering closing costs and things along those lines. 6% will definitely buy down your rate. So that'll be nice for anyone that is, you know, payment conscious, which I don't know anyone that isn't payment conscious, I guess. So anyways, let's flip this around and you guys can see the actual house. Okay, like I said, this would be the literal one that's available. They haven't done the final clean or anything like that. So excuse that, it's still needing its quote unquote final touches. Right here on the right-hand side, you have your first bedroom. So it doesn't have the additional lighting here. You have a pre-wire. You have your sink here. So it just has the single sink on this one. Different cabinet color. This bathroom is a little bit wider, so that's kind of nice. Next bedroom. No blinds on this. That might be something that they add later, so I'll ask. Carpet is not like the best carpet necessarily, but I do like that it comes with a pre-wire. Headed back into the hallway. On the right-hand side, we have a office, closet, whatever you want to call it. This is not a bedroom for sure. So you could use it as storage, totally up to you. This would be a cool, like, I don't know, gaming room, computer room, but it's really tight, guys. You could not fit a bed in here. So don't even try and think that that would work as a guest bedroom. It's small. So this one has a little bit of a different set up here. So you have gas, which is nice, different color cabinets, different granite, different flooring than any of the ones that we've seen. I like that this has its own living room, unlike, let's say, the first model that we saw where it had that tighter living space. Here is this one, and they have different packages for this floor plan. So if you like the floor plan but don't necessarily like the brown cabinets, there's a chance that they might have the white cabinets, or they might have a different color cabinet that you do like. You have your garage entry and laundry room off the kitchen. And then you have your pantry, not a walk-in pantry. And again, they didn't do the super tall doors on this one, and why it's so important to, again, make sure you go and look at the spec home, and or we will pull up all the specs because they have it all listed out, and make sure that you know exactly what you're getting, because the guy said that all the specs are like really similar to the model. And this is a prime example of why I never necessarily trust the people that are in there, and neither should you, is because he said that the recessed lighting comes in all the houses. Obviously it doesn't, because I'm not seeing it here, and no offense to him, but that is why we go and we look at all the homes. We make sure to read the contract, we make sure to read all the things that are included and get you what they're saying is included. So bathroom, good sized closet in here. Okay, it does not have the sensor. Another prime example of why I go into the specs. And then we'll check out the backyard too. It has the view fencing that I was just talking about here a second ago. Smaller covered patio. The different colors are what the different packages come with. And each spec home is gonna have a little bit of a different thing. So this one has the view fencing. There is a walking path directly behind. So do you care if people are walking behind here? That is up for you to decide. But you have plenty of space to do a pool if you wanted. And then you have a beautiful mountain view. At some point, I would say houses are gonna be back there, but not too sure. Let's go ahead and peek over here just real quick, because I'm curious on what else is down here. Okay, so this is like a little, I highly doubt there would ever really be water back here, but definitely a walking path for the neighborhood. So if you do not want people, quote unquote, spying into your backyard, then I don't think you would really like that. Here's the back end of this one. And obviously each house exterior has a different color, and some of them have a different package as well. So you have the exterior of this one, I believe, had, you know, a stone look to it, if you like that. But depending on the spec you like, depending on the price point you want to stay at, we can flex around those numbers. A couple other things I wanted to mention to you guys is just kind of the shopping that you would expect in this area. So I've already popped up a map so you guys can see exactly where we are, but you have shopping that's gonna be in the North Peoria area, but you're also gonna have the surprise shopping. So whether it be the surprise shopping off of Bell or the one that's actually super close to here, so you'll have a gas station, Fry's, Jersey Mike's, which I just had and it was delicious. You have a hospital, you have some churches, you have McDonald's, Taco Bell, Barro's Pizza, and I'm sure it's only gonna be growing out here, which is really nice. And again, for finding something in this price point with still having shopping nearby, I really like this area compared to Buckeye. Not that I have anything against like the south end of Buckeye, but I do like the north end of Surprise a little bit more than Buckeye. Totally up to you guys. And when you come out here and visit, I have a scavenger hunt essentially that I give to you guys where you can actually go address by address that I provide to you so you can see what it's like to live in these areas. Sometimes it's hard when you don't know where you're driving or what you're doing because you don't live here. I want to actually make sure you go to the main shopping areas. I want to make sure that you drive through, you know, some of the areas that are going to be a important factor when deciding if that area will work for you or not. So if you are interested in a copy of that, again, I provide that to all my clients. So if you're interested in working with me, I would love to help you. My number and email are popping up. We can do our Zoom call where we go over so much detail. So that way you guys feel really, really prepared before you actually move here and before you're even actually shopping for homes. I want to make sure you guys are ready to go. So like I said, reach out. But that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have more questions about surprise or any of the other areas and you want me to either make videos about it or you want to talk to me about it, I'm here to help. Don't forget to subscribe. I post videos every Monday at 5 p.m. Hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving holiday, and I will see you next week. Bye.